The 21st century, a time of opportunity, equality, individualism. A time where we, as a united human race, are demanding to be respected and accepted as who we are, not necessarily who we were born to be. A time where we will no longer stifle our voices. In this century, there is a bathroom around every corner and in every house. There are public restrooms available for all of those born a distinct gender. But what of those who do not identify as the gender they were born as? Where can they go without being criticized, attacked for attempting to perform an act we as humans do inadvertently? According to a large majority of Americans, the answer is nowhere. Transgenders across the nation are being forced to decide between being criticized for who they are or being glared at for not being their birth gender.
With the fast-growing support for gay rights and feminist ideas in the 21st century, the transgender community has gained momentum and voice. The recognition of transgenders has slowly become possible, and the community of closeted transgenders unite as they realize that there are others feeling the same way as they do. Now, with social media and easy internet access, connections are being made easier than ever, resulting in the community of transgenders embracing the opportunity to speak out.
With these growing platforms, groups such as the Obama administration have become aware of the inequality shown towards transgender Americans and voiced their support, even by going so far as to issue a law allowing trans students to use the restroom of their preferred gender in public schools. And if public schools fail to follow these guidelines, they are at risk of losing government funding. For now, the government is pleasing the transgender community, along with the liberals who believe that the equality for all mentioned in the Bill of Rights is now one simple step further.
But with the rise of a potential, yet harmless, act of social construct defiance, conservatives and non-supporters have voiced their opinion as well. Some of those that are against the transgender community have even spoken out against Target now that the corporation has shown their support of the transgender community by allowing them to choose whichever bathroom they prefer.
Opposers such as Grace Driggers, a 17-year-old high school student from South Carolina, or Abby Morgan from Parrish, Alaska, throw out statements about how the new policies are endangering females by opening the doors for any man who wants to enter locker rooms and restrooms where females are, and that, whether you agree with your gender or not, you go to the bathroom you are assigned, not the one you determine.
Luckily, there are many supporters of the transgender community. Some supporters live across the country, like Robbie Goldberg from Massachusetts, who is thrilled to have a safe environment for students to learn and relieve themselves regardless of their gender identity, and others live in California. In fact, many people when interviewed in Broadway Plaza Walnut Creek showed their support or indifference towards the transgender community.
No difference. Everyone deserves their own. Right?
How would you feel?
I feel kind of awkward.
The only thing I'm concerned about because I have a daughter is guys that would be in the midst of transition and then going into a female bathroom with my daughter. That's
Our daughter's 3 years old, so yeah, I guess I can.
I think that should be the state's decision, honestly, because like there are some majorities that aren't that many not as much transgender in that community, so it won't affect them to have to forcibly change and adding all of that.
The well-known department store Target also supports transgenders in allowing their bathroom rights. Some have taken action by creating the bathroom bill in 15 states that has over 700,000 signatures. But on the bright side, there are others that are in favor of Target's actions, such as Junior Danny Manzo.
Honestly, I respect Target as a whole, and I honestly think that more businesses and communities should stick together and go with that, because the more support we get from this, it's the more acceptable it's going to be in the future.
Sadly, there are not enough supporters who are willing to speak out and induce change for the transgender community. As a result, transgenders still have not achieved the equality that should have been granted to them so long ago. Too many transgender Americans feel they are not allowed to be comfortable in their own skin. Too many transgender Americans feel they are unworthy of being able to use a bathroom. It's true we can only do so much to assist the transgender community throughout this struggle, but every helping hand, every small act of solace can mean the world to those who are suffering. Now all we can do is push for equality and hope it can be fully reached in the near future, and that with it, every transgender in our country can finally feel the stability, confidence, and happiness that they all deserve.
Really? Sometimes it's hard to be a woman. Especially when you were born a man. In North Carolina, they're checking for vaginas. If you want to use the can. And I say, sit by your man. We're all just human beings. He's just a human being. And the stall right next to you. Sit by your man. Why is this such a big deal? Hike up your dress and take a stand. Help me. And sit by your